Welcome back to Pole Press Presents Raise Your Horns. I'm DW Sauer, and today what we're going to do is revisit Cannon Fever. And I'm not going to be able to pronounce the name of the song. It's just I've tried it 100 different times, and it's not going to work out. It's just going to sound really weird. But check out the description. We're going to give them a second listen to. I had two good recommendations. I went with the first. I'm going to listen to the second recommendation on my own. I appreciate everybody for the response and comments to all of the videos. But here we go. Cannon Fever for a second attempt. It's a really good intro that they had to it. It's instruments are already got me hooked if it wasn't previously done in the last one. I mean, this is, they're on the bucket list to see. Like the mask is wearing too. He still gives me those Teal frontman vibes, which is, again, it's not a negative thing by any means. He kind of brings that energy, and the movements are really good. This just has to be a heck of an experience as a fan to be in that crowd. I mean, it's almost hard for me to kind of get like a focal point of what I want to pay attention to besides just all of it. But the instruments just sound phenomenal. His vocals are great. I know it's just repetitive, but it's fine. We're slowing it down big time here. Not a negative. This is kind of giving me the like 1914 vibes, which is still a good thing. I like when they do these audio clips into it. I mean, it's very, very Rammstein vibes with the way they interact with each other and everything, but just him as a whole. And please don't take that as like I think they're copying by any means. Like, this is a very distinct, to me, show. Absolutely amazing. I'm going to talk more about that crowd again. And the backup vocals are just, they're just spot on with the way he sings too, which And that was part I know of the next song that I got recommended too. I really find it hard to, like, I wonder, like, if there's a lot of metalheads out there like, no, this is not for me. I don't see how it couldn't be. And it makes me need to brush up on my German again. It's been ages since I studied. All right, now, I mean, it looks like it's going to be the end of it, but what's coming next? I guess you're going to be, are we going to crank it to 11, or is this just it? Is there going to be a little bit more of a show here? Or is this it? They're taking their bows. So maybe that was their last song of the set. Like, I don't want to stop, but I don't want to miss anything either. I don't want to miss anything, but I also don't want to waste your time either. So it's like, oh wait, what's that? I think we might be done. We could be done. So final eval time. And if you don't know the way I do things, what I always try to do is to make sure that you're getting a first reaction. And when I get a comment onto a first reaction and a video is recommended, I won't listen to the band again unless it's that song I just listened to. And I try not to hear them for a second time until I do a reaction. So this is the way I kept it with Cannon and Fever. Sorry, my pronunciation. And I got two great recommendations, but I could only do one because I don't want to wear this out. So can't wait to just start diving into their catalog at this point, because this is Five Horns Up, and it really, it just blows me away. And I feel like I'm going to be repetitive with the last reaction, because when I look at the crowd, and some may say like the crowd should be more into it, but I think the crowd is like spot on. Like, there's not a massive pit going on or anything like that, because to me, this is just that type of band that's got that theatrical piece that you're going to want to be just watching. To me anyway. And maybe, again, maybe in my younger days, I would be trying to get in the pits, but at this point I'd be so torn. And it's actually not even torn. Like, I'm just going to be watching this because it's such a good show. And it was in the last video as well. So I'm thinking, like, just with this consistency in the way they do things, I'm hooked on just watching that. So yeah, I mean, there's not much else more to say, but it does make me wonder, like, I mean, to me, this has got to be a staple in the metal community. It's hooked me in. So I got to go and dive more into it. My German is super rusty. I studied it. It was my major focus of my master's degree. And even then, the pronunciation of things was absolutely terrible. If you don't know, I'm from the American South, and I try not to let my actual accent come out too much. I try to essentially do a radio voice. It's just a thing that I got stuck with while I was a teacher, trying to make sure everything does not come out sounding all mountainy. So you can hear it from time to time, but I just have a horrible time with the pronunciation. I was always better with the reading bit and understanding and that comprehension, but the pronunciation was always a struggle. So I had an amazing professor in grad school who was just absolutely just brilliant with World War II history. And so I made that my focus just because of how awesome he was as a professor. Had to do a lot of reading in German, translating and things like that. So I became more familiar with it. But as far as the speaking of it, that has lapsed. Of course, that's also at this point, it was 19 years ago as well. So time has flown by. So more information than what you wanted, but if you get offended behind me not being able to pronounce everything correctly, my apologies. It's just when it comes to foreign languages, it's always been a struggle for me to pronounce things correctly, and to make sense without an extreme amount of practice. And even then, it's going to sound terrible. So, give you some insight of my poor pronunciation skills. But hope you enjoyed. Hope you're okay with all my rambles here. This is a Five Horns Up. Absolutely phenomenal song. Seems to be a phenomenal band, in my opinion. Let me know what you think. Comment below if you can. Subscribe. I appreciate you for being here. Take care.